one last type of equation, and that's an equation that is quadratic in form. Recall, an equation is quadratic in form if you can rewrite it as AU squared plus BU plus C equals 0 using some substitution. So as a quick reminder, something like 3x to the fourth plus 7x squared plus 2 equals 0 is quadratic in form because I can write it as 3x squared all squared plus 7x squared plus 2 equals 0. And then if I let u equal x squared, I would have 3u squared plus 7u plus 2 equals 0. So that's the idea behind quadratic in form, is to find some substitution that allows you to see the equation as an actual quadratic equation. So in exponential scenarios, the way to identify that you have an equation quadratic in form is recognizing that the first term and the middle term are related to each other, right? 9 can be written as 3 squared. So I'm going to rewrite 9 as 3 squared, like so. So I have 3 squared to the x power plus 3 to the x power minus 12 equals 0. When you have an exponent raised to an exponent, you multiply the exponents. So this is really 3 to the 2x power. But 2x is the same as x times 2. So in other words, I can flip-flop these exponents and rewrite this as 3 to the x all squared plus 3 to the x and then minus 12 equals 0. And so now notice this is written in the form u squared plus u minus 12 equals 0. In other words, this is quadratic in form where the u is 3 to the x power. And so that is the absolute trick in being able to solve these types of equations, is to rewrite the first term so it uses the middle term's base. 9 is 3 squared. So if you had 16 to the x and then a 4 to the x here, 16 is 4 squared. If you had 25 to the x and a 5 to the x here, you rewrite 25 as 5 squared, etc. Now, let u equal 3 to the x power, and then you end up with u squared plus u minus 12 equals 0. That can be solved by factoring. You end up with u plus 4 times u minus 3 equals 0. This gives you that u equals negative 4 or u equals 3. But we don't want to know u, we want to know x. Now, on the left, you would then have 3 to the x power equals negative 4 because that's what u is originally equal to. And on the right, you have 3 to the x power equals 3. Well, on the left, remember, the range of exponential functions is only positive real numbers. So 3 to the x power cannot be negative 4. And so those are the types of equations you're going to be solving in this section. What are your thoughts? Some look like Ziggy there.
Pretty
Kind of
good.
simple. Yeah.
Kind of simple, yeah. All right, so I'll share this document on the file site, and then I'll upload this video and share the link when it compiles. So like I said, Wednesday, I'll log in and just answer any questions that people have. I won't have anything prepared. So if you don't have any questions, no reason to log in. But if nobody logs in after like 10 or 15 minutes, I'm not going to just sit there twiddling my thumbs. But if you do have questions subsequent to that, you can always email me. And if we need to have a video conference, we can do that. In the meanwhile, on the MyLab site, the fourth exam, or exam number 4, is up there ready to rock and roll. So you can take that whenever you're ready as well.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have a good one. Good luck.
You too.
Okay,
Thanks.